Oh, you know what I love is a bit of white guilt. I love me some white guilt. And there is no better example of white guilt than this, my friends. Friends creator donates $4 million due to guilt over show's zero diversity. Because there's no black people in Friends, remember? Anyway, we will discuss right after this quick sponsor. You're more likely to have your data compromised than ever. In 2020 alone, 500,000 user accounts belonging to a popular video conferencing app were stolen and sold on the deep web. Usernames and passwords were sold for as low as a penny. Relying on big tech companies to protect you is no longer an option. That's why I'm such a big advocate of VirtualShield. VirtualShield is a no-log VPN that helps protect your private data from hackers. Protecting yourself takes seconds and works on all your devices. Try VirtualShield risk-free for 30 days and receive 50% off for life by going to virtualshield.com/bear or using the link below. So TV Insider says Friends creator donates $4 million due to guilt over show's zero diversity. Marta Kauffman, the co-creator of Friends, is donating $4 million to create the Marta F. Kauffman 78 Professorship and African American Studies at Brandeis University. Geez, that's a long fucking title. Due to her guilt over the hit NBC sitcom's lack of diversity. Well, I mean, she's got a point. There's no black people. There's no Indians in there. There's no Australian Aborigines. But what they do have, says Sade Klutuk on Twitter, is Ross, Monica and Rachel are all Jewish. Joey is Sicilian American. Phoebe was underclass, homeless at 14. Chandler was a wasp, but with a Vegas drag queen father. Carol and Susan had a lesbian wedding. Julie was Chinese American. Paolo was Italian. Lack of diversity? Even Monica had a big fat old butt. There's your fat inclusion. It's not all racial. It seems like a lot of diversity to me. Get fucked. Anyway, this article goes on. Speaking to the Los Angeles Times, Kauffman said, "I've learnt a lot in the last 20 years. Admitting and accepting guilt is not easy. It's painful looking at yourself in the mirror." Yeah, I can see that. I'd rather be a fucking vampire looking in the mirror. I'd rather have no reflection than to see that back at me. I mean, I'm not one to judge people by their looks, but fuck, you're old and brittle. I'm embarrassed that I didn't know better 25 years ago. Friends, whose 6 main characters were white, rarely featured actors of colour or coloured actors in significant roles across its 10 seasons, despite being set in the diverse melting pot that is New York City. Aisha Tyler, the most prominent actor of colour to star in the series, only appeared in 9 episodes as paleontology professor Charlie. Kauffman told the LA Times that at first, it was difficult and frustrating, accepting the criticism directed at the show's diversity problems. However, after the 2020 murder of George Floyd, she became more critical of herself in the show. Oh, our Lord and Saviour George Floyd. One black guy dies and we're all fucking racist all of a sudden. We need more crack-addicted actors. It's called drug-addicted inclusion. It was after what happened to George Floyd that I began to wrestle with my having bought into systemic racism in ways I was never aware of, the Emmy award-winning writer explained. That was really the moment I began to examine the ways I had participated. I knew then I needed to course correct. Lady, you're being a punce. And there was plenty of diversity in the show. Kauffman is now launching the African and American Studies program that, according to the LA Times, aims to support a distinguished scholar with a concentration in the study of people and cultures of Africa and African diaspora. What the fuck is diaspora? A group of people who spread from one original country to other countries, or the act of spreading in this way. Okay, learn something new every day. I've got nothing but love, Kauffman said in regards to the feedback she received since the announcement. It's been amazing. It surprised me to some extent because I didn't expect the news to go this wide. I've gotten a flood of emails and text posts that have been nothing but supportive. I've gotten a lot of, "It's about time." Not in a mean way, it's just people acknowledging it was long overdue. Well, Kauffman, you just keep on making shit shows. But next time, make sure there's a black man in the shit show, otherwise you're a racist. And it's going to cost you another fucking $4 million. And here's a thought, by the way. Do you think the creators of all all-black sitcoms from the 90s have to front up $4 million for their lack of racial diversity? Here's a good tweet from Unbannable Bastard. Be right back. Writing angry letters to the producers of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Family Matters, Martin, In Living Colour, A Different World, Sister Sister, Moesha, The Cosby Show, ... Yeah, I bet the producers of none of these shows stump up $4 million for their lack of racial diversity. Because that's just fucking stupid. Anyway, this was 5 minutes of white guilt. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments or at my gay half-step-brother-in-law's Twitter account, bskills. That's with 3 L's. I'll see you there. Ta-ta. Goodbye. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being white. Bye.
Recession, session. Give me better times, give me better times. Recession, session.